Welcome friends and welcome to my channel Sequential Biology, and now we are going to start a very important series, that is the Animal Kingdom classification series. And this is a note series and hope these notes will help you a lot. And today we will discuss about very basic idea of animal classification and the statistics of animal species. Okay, about 1.25 million animal species are present now, and we know still now 1.7 million species have been discovered, of which 1.25 million species are animals. Okay, from the 1.2 million of the animal species, only 5% are chordate. Okay, so the number of the chordate is less than the invertebrate. Okay, and 95% species are actually invertebrate. About 1.2 million species are invertebrate and 50,000 species are chordate, and the chordate are most evolved group in animal kingdom. Okay, and from this invertebrate group about 1 million are arthropod. Okay, so from this invertebrate 1 million are arthropod, and class Insecta alone from the 9 lakh species. Then arthropod is a phylum, and the class Insecta is included under this phylum, and 1 million of the animal species are arthropod, and of which 9 lakh species are Insecta. Okay, and different scientists have tried to classify animal kingdom in different way, but here we will discuss about Storer and Usinger classification. And Storer and Usinger gave this classificatory scheme in the year 1965, and this classificatory scheme is very easy to understand. Whenever you want to study the animal kingdom, I recommend you to follow the Storer and Usinger classification. This is very helpful, and this is very simplified type of classification. Okay, then the kingdom Animalia can be divided into two subkingdom, the Protozoa and the Metazoa. Protozoa are single cellular organism. Okay, so Protozoa are single cellular organism. The Protozoa are those phylum whose body is made up of single cell. And from the subkingdom only one phylum is present, and that is the phylum Protozoa. Okay, so from the subkingdom Protozoa only one representative phylum is phylum Protozoa. And the Metazoa are multicellular organisms. So those organisms which contain many number of cells are known as the Metazoa. They are the multicellular organism, and these Metazoa have three branches: the Mesozoa, Parazoa and Enterozoa. Remember it, Mesozoa is extinct, and the only phylum which is included under Mesozoa is the phylum Mesozoa. Which is included under phylum Mesozoa is Dicyema. So this Dicyema is an extinct species. And the Parazoa and the branches Parazoa includes the phylum Porifera. So the phylum Porifera, this is a primitive tissue or the cellular organization. So phylum Porifera is that group of animal kingdom, and where the cellular organization can be found. The phylum Porifera, like the sponges, are usually called as the phylum Porifera, and scientists first believe that the phylum Porifera usually are the plants because they cannot move from one place to another, and which is a very important characteristic features of animal kingdom. But this the representative of this phylum cannot move from one place to another. So scientists first believe that the species which are included under phylum Porifera were plant, but after then it was discovered that they are the animals. Okay, and the branches, another branches is the Enterozoa branch, and any Enterozoa presence of digestive tract. So up to the phylum Protozoa no digestive tract can be found, but in branches Enterozoa the digestive tract have evolved. Okay, and this Enterozoa can be divided into the two divisions, the radiata and the bilateria. The animals whose body is radially symmetrical are known as radiata, and the animals whose body shows the bilateral symmetrical are known as bilateria. Okay, the radiata are usually diploblastic. They are the diploblastic, that is their body is made up of only ectoderm and endoderm, and no mesoderm can be found in this group. So they are called as diploblastic animals. And the phylum which are included under the division radiata, phylum Coelenterata or Cnidaria, that is the Hydra. So Hydra are member of phylum Coelenterata and Cnidaria, and also the phylum Ctenophora included under the division radiata. Okay, and the bilateria, this is large group and very evolved group and very developed group, and their body can be divided into the two equal halves, and these bilateria are divisible into two broad categories, the protostomia and the deuterostomia. Okay, we will discuss later that who are protostomia and who are deuterostomia and the differences in between protostomia and deuterostomia, and here you just focus the example of of these two divisions, the protostomia and deuterostomia. Acoelomata, pseudocoelomata and the coelomata, they are included under protostomia, right? So acoelomata are the phylum Platyhelminthes. This is very, very important. Sometimes you can get questions from any competitive examination that who are the acoelomata. So phylum Platyhelminthes, the representative of phylum Platyhelminthes are acoelomata. Their body do not contain any true coelom. Okay, so the coelom is a body cavity which is present in between gut wall and the body wall, and which is also lined up by the mesoderm. But in this phylum, no coelom can be found, so they are regarded as acoelomata. Okay, and the pseudocoelomata. The pseudocoelomata is a type of body cavity whose internal layer is covered by endoderm and in the outer layer is covered by mesoderm. Okay, so to become a true coelom, it is very important that the total body cavity will be covered by mesoderm on both sides. From outer and the inner region must be covered by the mesoderm. Okay, so the cavity which is covered by mesoderm from outer side and the inner side are known as the coelomata. But the pseudocoelomata are those kinds of organisms whose coelom or the body cavity whose body cavity are not lined by true mesoderm. Actually, the outer wall is covered by mesoderm, but inner wall of this body cavity is covered by endoderm, and for this reason they are known as pseudocoelomata. Okay, the representative of these pseudocoelomata are the phylum Nemathelminthes. And next is the coelomata, Annelida, Arthropoda and the mollusca. These three important phylum are included under the division protostomia. Okay, the most advanced group are the deuterostomia. On the basis of origin of coelom, this and their developmental pattern, the bilateral are divisible into these two broad groups, the protostomia and the deuterostomia. So the deuterostomia, phylum Echinodermata and the phylum Chordata, they are included under deuterostomia. Okay, then this is a very, very basic classificatory scheme, and which was given by Storer and Usinger. And I have already told you that to understand about animal classification very clearly, you should remember about this classificatory scheme. This is very important and this is very easy to learn. Okay, and now we will see the major and minor phyla. Who are major phyla and who are minor phyla? Actually, in Storer and Usinger classification, we have found different type of phylum. Okay, so phylum Protozoa, Porifera, Cnidaria, Ctenophora, Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata. There are present different types of phylum in this animal kingdom. Okay, but this phylum can be divided into two categories. One is the major phyla and another is minor phyla. The invertebrate are divided into the major and the minor phyla. Okay, so invertebrate means from phylum Protozoa up to the Echinodermata. Division is dependent upon the two basic criteria, that is the number of species and the individuals and their participation in the ecological community. So these two important criteria are responsible for division of invertebrate into the two broad groups, that is the major phyla and the minor phyla. On the basis of first criteria, 11 phyla are major phyla, that is, and in this 11 phyla the number of species are very huge, number of species can be found. Okay, and for this reason these groups are known as major phyla. So phylum Protozoa, this is the most abundant animals can be found from this group, so they are regarded as major phyla. And also phylum Porifera, Coelenterata or the Cnidaria, Platyhelminthes, Rotifera, Nematoda, Mollusca, Annelida, Arthropoda, Ectoprocta and the Echinodermata. These 11 phyla are regarded as major phyla. Okay, now on the basis of second criteria, that is their participation in the ecological community, the phyla which mostly participate in ecological community are known as major phyla. Okay, so the phyla which plays an important role in ecological community, they are usually known as major phyla. And on the basis of second criteria, the Rotifera and the Ectoprocta. So this Rotifera and the Ectoprocta, okay, so these two phyla are excluded from the major phyla, although they have very large number of species, but yet their role in ecological community is less, and for this reason they are regarded as minor phyla. Okay, so on the basis of second criteria, Rotifera and the Ectoprocta cannot be considered as the major phyla, although they are greater number of species, and presently 30 invertebrate phyla, of which the 9 are major phyla. Okay, so presently the 9 are major phyla, and these major phyla are the name of this major phyla are phylum Protozoa, Porifera, Coelenterata or the Cnidaria, Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca and Echinodermata, these are usually considered as major phyla, and we will focus our discussion about this major phyla. Okay, and in the next classes we will discuss about very brief history of animal evolution, and hope these notes will be very helpful to you, and you can pause this video and can write down these notes, or you can take a screenshot and write down this note, and I will provide the total notes of animal kingdom classification. Okay, and hope this will help you a lot, and you may not need to consult any other books and if you follow my notes. So thank you, and that's it.